of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That's hilarious.
The minutes of the previous meeting.
Okay. On May 26th, 2026. This is May 26th. And,
May 29th.
oh, that's when, okay, this was May 26th, that's when we had our first. Okay, an executive meeting was held April 21st, 2026 at 5 o'clock. The meeting was opened with a pledge to the flag. Tony Moore, Pat Courier, and Jacob Atwood, Tim Lannon, and Kathy Lawhorn were all present. The meeting was properly advertised. This meeting was closed to the public. There was discussion with the council to discuss job performance and evaluation of individual employees and consideration of a public official to develop a list of prospective employees. No other business was discussed. Then, the monthly board meeting was called to order at 7 p.m. on Tuesday, April 28th, with the pledge to the flag. The following council members were in attendance: Tony Moore, Catherine Courier, and Jacob Atwood. Our town attorney, Tim Lannon, Reserve Officer Jacob Jones were also in attendance. The meeting is set to stream online and can be viewed at www.townofarescos.org. The minutes of the last meeting were read. Kathy Courier made a motion to approve the minutes. Tony Moore seconded, all approved. There was no fire report. Neil McKee was not in attendance, but he sent word that all was well with water and wastewater. Jacob reported that the pothole on Superior needs repaired soon, and a swing had been ordered for the park. He reported that Centerpoint Energy has repaired Oak Street and it was fine. He also reported that he will be spraying again for mosquitoes and will need some insect control soon. For new business, there was no new update on the CPNG-4 project or the lodge grant. It's just a waiting period now. Kathy has called Norfolk and Southern Railroad to inquire about the stop arms being installed as agreed, and no one has returned her call. Kathy also called Watch Communications about the payments for the tower equipment.
Hello.
They are currently 16 months behind.
Thank you, sir. Sorry on that. Okay.
Tim has asked for the contact information since Kathy is not getting any response. We have had 3 contractors come to give us an estimate on the renovation of the restroom. We have received no written quote. Tim Lanning reported that Lori Young with Slice and Vanderbrain has provided a proposal to provide the town of Arrested with engineering counseling services. The cost shall not exceed $8,000. Tony Moore made a motion to accept the proposal. Jacob Atwood seconded, all approved. For new business, the Arrested Community Pride Committee is planning to build a shelter out at the park. They have asked the town of Arrested for assistance with the cost of the concrete fix. The cost of the concrete is $8,650. May Morris has made a motion for the town to pay $5,000 for the concrete. Jacob Atwood seconded, all approved. The remaining $3,650 will come from a donation from Red Bull. There are quite a few changes in the OPD rates recently. Craig Jackson, town marshal, has given verbal notice that he is resigning on April 26th, and Chase Courtney apparently turned in his resignation, and his final day is April 29th. We are down to 5 reserve officers. In absence of Craig, the town council has appointed reserve Jacob Jones as acting town marshal. Tony Moore made a motion for Jacob Jones to fill the position, and Jacob Atwood seconded, all approved. This will take effect immediately. Jacob Jones is a valuable asset to the town, and the town looks forward to working with him. Jacob has submitted his resume to the town for consideration of becoming the full-time marshal. Is the town hoping to have that position filled permanently soon? Grant Stevens had a concern about the tree just out of the town limits that is ready to fall on the road. Kathy has called the Madison County Street Department, and they have agreed to remove the tree. Greg Warren of Red Bull has asked for the Arrested Police Department to heavily enforce the law regarding the over-the-road drivers that park their semis in the middle of the road. It's a danger to the community when they block the road. They can go off on the office. Town Fund Claim 41 through 420 and Water and Wastewater Claim 41 through 416 were presented to the council for approval. Tony Morris made a motion to approve the claims, and Jacob Atwood seconded, all approved. Tony Morris made a motion to adjourn at 7:44. Jacob Atwood seconded, all approved. The next scheduled meeting is held June 23rd at 7 p.m. That's just a minute. Yeah.
Yes.
All in favor, say aye. Well, we have no fire authority. We don't think we have any fire. Next report, you can present it from the board however you like, for the roads and fees that don't know, David has been very thorough and given us a weekend report to do very good. And it has a report to the month, which again is, you know, in comparison to rather than like, like that, this is so if you want to highlight any stuff in there, you can read the ball, it's up to you.
Okay, I'll start with the monthly follow on, from May, I think we'll want to, I included not this call down, but all of the calls onto we can see by ourselves, and the fact that, the see where we can question by the county to respond. Total 93 calls in the month of May, 1 million complaint, 4 medical calls, includes 58 property checks, 14 traffic stops, 2 trouble with calls, 3 vehicle accidents, 12 other various calls, such as bank checks, scan calls, total of 1 felony, 1 arrest, 1 jail, but we continue to have issues with feral dogs and cats running around, not just feral, but also own domesticating and I don't have enough along with writing rights for those. It's not really easy to clear the order down. Also rumor that the branch board, the animal who is talking to the targets at the our town ordinance, we again inform them, however, the owner of the all the whether it be already looking at the fuel or the it's going to be
Well, generally all questions that we could possibly take them are full and not taking.
yeah, it's involved in the targets. Probably outside of the county or the company. Yeah, those are cool. You know, we both are the call and then we got yeah, we see it. We try to call back. But morning before that we grab it or we take it and not we have and read what we just time like down there but not
On our $120 per animal, if you do that.
yeah, that's the key. You see that's not part or that one or passion. That's not good. We also added into our electronics activity and we've done we more than something reported violations for non-movement violations regularly to the county. So we get all of the money down or have to pay the party that so that we know that what is the back. But then so if you like spouse on that, I understand that's that be good at least the violation. We know this is for as a we don't think we done our past year, I applied for a $5,000 grant to the Steve's Foundation for sports that's body on, it's a life place. We currently, started inventory of the equipment we have. We currently have one, set the bottom, and we did at one point. I don't know about that. I don't know. We have no copies of inventories of what we did have at one point, and only that do it now, right? From that we have been, the old stuff on here, what we have is a right area, now, it doesn't need to be one every day by the officers. I did up with, for either, our get back, we get 4 radio sets, and including the most of the panels, the, carriers, and then the wiring strips, for under $5,000. We work with JRC Foundation for it, got good for us, so pretty certain that it's groups. So, the next thing here is we originally applied for a $1,500 grant to Dave Bear Foundation, to cover the media cell phones. However, over the past month, we've been back and forth between Verizon, FirstNet, Comcast on our own situation. 20 minutes ago, I got Comcast and to actually increase our speeds, by buying our internet services, see as pretty much probably beyond our internet. We were originally paying for 6 cradle points for the mobile internet boxes that were on our computers. We're still being 6, even though we 2 of those had no usage at all, so I'm going to cancel this before the 4th one, which was still usage. So I have to double check that their funds not being used inside the department at all, or internet, before I can start that. So that's saving us over $9 on this.
After.
Yeah, exactly.
Please go on further than I think we've, I can make a motion that the council around the negotiate, which where I, the last, everybody do.
So something has recently changed that, so the Verizon Corporation had a copy of, I didn't know at the time, we already have a FirstNet account. They're able to provide us cell phones for very, free with Verizon. I would rather keep everything on the same, and I haven't figured out yet, I'm still working on that for that, but it's like $37 a month to use cell phones, phone for my license. Verizon, I think, was, so I don't think 32 could give us a hour, they all the same. What is it? First that's so I mean, we're still saving, I did the math, canceling 3 credit points, and then adding the 2 cell phones, we're still saving about $40,000.
I guess what I'm interested in doing is, if we find something better, rather than waiting next month, coming back with the council and saying, okay, if we do this one, I'd like to give you the work through Kathy, and say, okay, this is going to give us for me, and it's going to save the town a lot of money because,
We like to spend money.
we spend $70,000 last year on police. Well, that's money that we didn't necessarily need to spend. And I think everybody is okay with paying the gas with buying things like that. Some of the stuff I don't think we can fix today. Really done.
Yeah, I would agree, and that's always need to change the calendar. They still have their,
Oh,
now they didn't have.
they still do. I was going to talk to you about that. It's that,
Yeah, like, I'm not gonna do anything, you think paying, so that's not.
And that's true.
the segment.
Yeah.
So we have any contract with anyone?
No, what I just talked to Comcast, it's a motion thing, you said all you can do is call back in 2 years, on the calendar call back, and then we can be one from.
See, like, when you talk to me, like, Gary,
I do this with my personal cell, I call on, and I'm a master at anything they save me some money, so.
And you get it, we start setting that one.
Right, yeah, it's.
All in favor, say
I,
And then I'll give you, more updated quote with what everything's across the board, but you cannot, Comcast is our best, net provider, AT&T, they don't service this area, to the frontier, they go to Paul remote. For that, option. Verizon, they don't offer things anymore. I'm glad that we called Comcast and it's in the marketplace. And then the Liberty cell phones basically are, each one phone number will be ported to a cell phone. That way, we can port it to dispatch and port it to my cell phone and completely, say we answer. Right now, that phone is not ported to anybody, so we come in, every week with voicemails and call back. So, there'll be a phone with somebody and so, as it works. And officers would take pictures of evidence like that, or we take any of our personal cell phones of evidence and submit that to the prosecutor's office in Pennsylvania, Mississippi, or cell phone. Yeah, I think this is the right. The next thing, I really received a quote changing the door locks to 5 entries, rotaries, astronomical. I just worked the gentleman yesterday, so that he gave us the quote for the best of the best. So I don't think we need the best of the best. Pretty simple P5 doors. We program P5, we know who has what P5, we know how much you scan, what we were, and then we have limited access, unlock, like you said, that door, you know, basically access that, so, I applied for a $2,500, grant with Madison County Foundation, that's the match, and put it in the emergency grant. I told him that and said, if this quote looks right at 2,500, we're still getting the same job done. I think that would be that would prevent us from never having to change the locks again in the event that if he gets lost and our current situation doesn't get turned back in. Our integrity, I'll say it, the integrity of our buildings, great. And no need to worry about who has what keys, who left yours. I had them. They got keys and things like that going in the waste food and I think it's a disaster. I think P5 entries, if we can get it at the right price, but then you go back and track. I think that's why.
It's important for the public to know that people left our department. They left our department when feedback shows to the point where we're going to have to call in the patient who's going to the square mud. I think that's important for people to know. I don't know if necessarily because the thing has been going on for a while and more than one or two chiefs. So it's almost like we're rebuilding it from ground up. A lot of stuff we have no access to it, getting on or no, just like when I first got on the town council, I was surprised that we were giving out just about anything. We don't have to work out, rich. So we saw every minute they can come to the store and do anything they want, which it's not a thing. So I appreciate you working. They do that great job.
Also, when it comes to the doors, we have an idea to, we do have P5 entries in front of the rear of the department, but it's not an option to be. So from my understanding, that lots of them don't line up correctly. So our idea was to leave that lobby door unlocked, some of the things. We have extra AED police department. We purchased $80 AED box, put that in there, and printed bid, and other resource market that's about this that is open to the public to use the event. I think that'd be part of the we may not be an officer in that 40%, but somebody driving by and has a heart attack or dispatch can pull up and say, hey, going to the locker, there's the and
some of us have been going money in the okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's one group, you know, I think that would be really.
I've always felt like what's been wrong, and one of the things I just felt about it is going to not, and it's really hard. And if they wanted to become more, even in the government, for the humans, for those that for the police department and the town, and it needs to be that people want to come in. And down the road, we have to get the on the end of, in the bottom, it'd be thing for us, but people might want to come up and, don't take part in it, and I want to, we're having to kind of farming to come out and get those things. And it's not like we want, we're the target, the land, and I said, like, all the people that live in Florida, don't even come up here and come in that, start them, or we can, and I'm not saying that it's not, if Florida people say about that, we could. I think it's great.
98 price down there, it's about like 80 bucks. We got 80. I did.
You could do everything to do it, hold on.
Oh, fine.
I don't hear that apply for the tolerance account, just get that set up, that'll allow me to speed. Detail for that will be loaded and on, over time. One thing I've heard about action to, our water agency to, the rain. Basically that, that actually, put it on the internet is that, that just allows us to work, basically, as a government, water. Of course, some, big things, of course, some, aspects of federal law is which liability, anything with our water under that umbrella, we are on that update after. So, is in reality, we have no choice if that was actually because I feel fast that we have to cooperate with the other parties, especially when it comes to city final opinion. With an operating report that actually we looked at $107,500. For us, that's university. We can get even fully outfitted at the for employment.
Well, we can come up with that.
Yep, but look early at us. You did get that right. Yeah. That's a little bit better than we did.
Yeah, we, I mean, the amount of money that we spend now, I mean, our requirement power. If we have, we, they come with the standard, there's just now whether have actually whether money being believe if I'm talking down. There are grants, there are new, there are something there's simply paid for doing the same problem that we already are. So see I can provide that.
You did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Invitation.
Yes, but now, figure like that, but always again, or sign. Yep, give you, I'll give you that. As I mentioned before, we started getting out of detail for the detail. Yes, right. Possibly what you're allowed, I have no inventory whatsoever of what the range was. Digging to I don't know how to do about it. That brings us to we have 9 extra records for our car bag or what measures of
And so you're thinking with why?
Either sell it
How
or
long
go
going in is another,
yeah.
prepare a list of the, a bit quick. Like what you need to, when you tell a service product, then, yeah. Okay. Whether it's something about or the donate or something. Okay.
I've already, I threw something in the uphill.
John.
Yeah, that's a lot of junk.
Send from the island. Really asset. We're illustrating with a weapon or the fireman, you know.
The last thing I did, did that sort of, it's a pending, start coming down the city. You can see, you think it's a government, they, patch the line, that, IDs, that way, anybody who's out there, it's off. You can show up, or then you that we never back up the bottom. So, you think that if anybody's got the rubber needs to solve the person we talked to, it's not this new and rebranded of our agency, it's not. I'm still waiting on a final market, I've actually been to a bit, but I already stayed with the local one, but, all right. We our cash, I'm still waiting on actual quote, but, this is what, as above it. That he has applied to the last program for it out. Yeah. And those in the car, we did go, all, and I mean, the dining room has to take that. I did it, and yeah, I agree. I think that's all I had here. I did it, but,
I don't think with that one.
I called today on the way up here, she said she thought it was done, she had these deals that, Ron had given,
Water, what do you call it? Maybe it was there the other day.
Well, you
What
know,
did you say?
I'm not calling the other day. Calling it later, you did have a water leak, there's a line, first thing, it's it.
Yeah. If this will happen, down in 37 on Friday night.
Yeah, right, on holidays, yeah, that's nice.
So if they follow up on one, but they couldn't work on, nobody did it on the Tuesday. Yeah. It's not a good one, and then, the regular one, it's already, people about one. So, they still need to, burn the shoot, so that, see that, maybe value on it, that's, I think that's the impact specific. That's it, it's interesting, one of the downfalls of that very big motor is it not necessarily designed for that kind of stuff. The route for the first one on the internet, I think it's stayed, I think it's been, last year we were going to with the environment, and we were going to have the one day festival, but they were going to big dragon. But that's not necessarily happening this year, so we're going to have something on it, but I think going to the dragon, so it is fun. I could stay in it, I don't.
I've seen it.
Actually. I mean, I've taken plow off, we had the one and two that, then they filled it up, they have it. And here, the fire department used to do that.
I think I got square big deal there. I just had to blow it. I'll be on, I'll look at it. I got a little bit on one.
Again, we only have, we need to be some kind of ready. with the locking system, the first one. Right, old business.
What's going on with the, there's, couple of months ago, we mentioned that,
They set the job and did them to look for the.
oh, okay.
One was to sit down there. In Third Street,
What's that?
and there's. And it's, and right, PC and the update. That was the building and then our workability around that. And project, really, is the should have it in doing. And they'll make street stories, very good thing to go to do one. And the building, and building, they're bringing in the, the other. You ask them to get it to file, and the there is, they will do that, and so they can, they're not in front of the doing the job, and it's down over that. And it's good. And, like open your meeting down. He's glad, not to use that, but when you drive, it's honestly, it's good, that song, it's semi over there. Well, I said, now, it's that one, I think people are trying to do it, I leave it up for one, so now I just drive in, some of it was a new route, I didn't have to.
What was it, I mean,
They've been in the they've been in West First Street, West First Street. They've been in East First Street from First Street to the Main Street to their prospect.
So I'm trying to think of how to put down, you know, taking a look at the
that's all.
Well, somebody would have mine that would say that any day when I get that black. So that's why they got much to
They're down there by where the fucking pole is, but where that cement is around this thing, that runs all that cement.
Yes, we got somebody else for us to get some idea what happened. And they really good with some clinic people are working and say, well, what can we do?
That was really expensive.
And ladies over there, the business. Yeah, it's fine.
Get it, should be.
And a lot of grant, all things on that. Sometimes one courtesy. We did receive $195 from Alex Brothers. He did $7,007. Part of our rescue, it's something I think we should take action on today. We can see people. We had a ballpark estimate that was like $35,000, and I think Kathy and I wrote that,
We never did that, right?
So, we got an estimate of Virgil's full maintenance and that service. He lives on nine. His estimate is for $10,460 for the fifth bed. And we have an estimate from Ailey for remodeling and everything. And his estimate is $16,771.76. My recommendation is to go with Ruby. Snake one. That's a little like $6,000. And I think it'll give us,
It looks like it's not what happened.
we'll do this clear, and that accept the building we're looking for. It gets the pretty stuff that making our building before. It'll be friendly, and even good. So, pushing the roof, everything over that, and that would be good. When the building was built, that was in consideration. No, no, we don't talk about that, then. It's been built, and we would do that, to it can and that is another. Saying that one of the things we do at that's the dirty, right? That, really kind of thing be. And again, what I'm trying to tell you is, Scott advertised thousands back in, we don't, you tell us, it's better. You just have to come in June or July, you say, oh, I'll kind of go through all, but, it's one of, it has to be done for there, and it's not really, I think that's the first step on here, and it's not really what it is. How do you working that? On town file, that's called Dixon Street, last Thursday. And, the thing I did, that's about something. So that's the file, you check it, check it out, I want to see. So now the code seems to be not, I haven't, and deadline that's, anyway, they tell response. Go around and another stuff, and some of it's, starting at 8:15, or early September. These are good just the feeling now. I mean, not see any black function. That's good. Like that. Park shelter, the good news is from the folks that are being directed in the building, that will be done in the second. The drive is focused in the making things from the workshop facility. So those are the ones that that's kind of like the baseball movie where the designated see how well I see it. I think the overview. I know that if I take my granddaughter down, it's quite easy. If she's playing like it's supposed to, and I am working, and I was just getting the 50 salad. And that's another 5 feet step, I think. It's not that stuff. Are they going to be wooden? Yes, there was, it's like an orange dad, we need to find, if you want to. So I think, it's fitting to be good. Plastic, we store them and they're all along the bottom, so every person to the down there and goes down, and then that's the winter time. And so forth, and the more we do that, the more it's going to be done. And, I got thinking about this the other day, that he said, families that have, electricity down here, and when the last time, there is overtime, stuff like that, maybe, they're going to be possible. A lot of the folks that expensive, and they're going to have a lot of it. Like Walmart City. So, I kind of thought on that, and I love that idea. I'm not sure where the people, the standard people, really down, Really thought that one thing that it is, things. Yeah, it's it's 30, it's 30. But like we're trying to do that thing and make sure that people understand how this is, and so that the exit law and get done. And the other thing is about power plant, what they issue is, there is something up like that, we have that bid, there, flat rate. There's something on top of our, something that we can do that it's going to lose. So we need some, Friends don't do something to get up there, if it does that, well, they something that does for that. And they have a flat, after they,
$2,582.
so, that and that's what that's what we have, and I don't know if we should see if there's something else we can do, if there's anything like a lot of money, just to like, talk to learn that, maybe we could have, forward, just something that just, yeah. It's a little bit, it's a little bit, but I'm so that I'm not rough on it. Maybe, I don't know, yeah, why, yeah, I think so,
I think I can see that. I think there was a while, I think I could do that. And then we could do this. No, don't, I called them. I called this place right here and said, hey, that's what I'm going to have to work before. I mean, I don't know what we're going to do there, so I was trying to find out for me. I mean, my, that's what I'm getting money. So down the city, they just over there, $400.
It's not even still.
Yeah.
It's mixed out.
Oh, no, that's not, no, that is different. Because this is the cable, this is all, the station, because that red will be used. So the guy told me, he said, rather than tearing that off and, throwing it down and breaking it or whatever, and then having them come back and say, okay, pay and put this stuff back. He said, I just need to do the power. Yeah. He didn't, put in that he said, it would be, that might be able to do that with.
If the cable gets damaged, then it's our, it's our thing.
Yeah.
What's it, or, yeah, let's do that.
So while they were up there,
But somebody else who did the one thing.
well, when they take that, that telecommunications stuff on, they're going to have a business because they need that. So maybe that's what we need.
Before we, I'll contact them and say, if it's gonna happen, you guys can be, we could do it.
I'll call them tomorrow to see if they're see what they should do. This is a recommendation from emailing, that we have, this is that. We don't really tell me the, yeah.
Or I think we're gonna take away, find out more. And then it's pretty well,
I think it is,
yeah, it's like, but then you can finish it, like, you can like turn the word up. So we down market. Yeah, posted the opening, and so far we received 7 applications. Their ability to apply is open to 5/31, so, we found a couple more days. Maybe people were not interested in interviewing everybody else. What I would like to do is maybe the city board closed, there's no more than this. I would like to have an executive meeting and say, I don't want to be able to achieve and maybe,
I said it would be.
well, even though it's, there's a big difference between, and it's what it is, it's a big difference between somebody that has to go with a lease for the job and somebody that sends you a piece of paper. And so there's a lot, when you always heard all the folks about this gal, so we were there, engineering, so what do you have to do? I think, like, I mean, they can sound like it was all because, I wanted to be the warehouse manager, so the city wouldn't warehouse manager, or after running on, out, ready for. He said he's going to swear out manager, and I said, how many people wanted to say, well, this can be, I was up there, you guys are nice. Because I thought, he did, then when,
We want to have it set up and then get to a meeting.
I don't know, for the,
Sunday.
yes. It's being done, 48 hours. Being done now and ten million, then in my brother. It's all the same. I think we're all, or this whole women. You're not gonna have to consider it, I don't know how to. I know how to start for the new that, there's really one we have, if we didn't do it, we go through that and decide if it was. There's one guy wants to get turned out, so if we can do it, we can start that way.
And then you got some of you I didn't send out, that every single thing, so the one, 32 pages. It's not,
32 pages?
with the little records and stuff. What are we gonna do?
Huh?
It's on that.
Yeah, I can.
Yes, if we get it down to the, one guy, we're going to, or we're going to do that. We can take the car, that's it. Yeah, see that. Yeah. I have a short thing, the system. I don't know, long at all. You can turn this money. Or somebody, as soon as I got on there, got pretty quick. I said, I want to help you, well, I turn on and I said, we're looking at, in 27, like the 2 years, and sort of, very refreshing. You don't want it would be a hard press for me to find somebody that I'm going to want more than somebody that I'm sending you. And you have to let them know if you notice instead of say rock, you can see it how many squares each thing. So I need to know. Well, now we're trying to want to do anything fixed. Can't go on. Before we go and say, okay, we're going to try to find it again. I don't know, but no more than you don't have more time to read it in and out. And they go to back up that.
Yeah, five dollars. I think that he might be fucking a five. That is, at five. In 55. In the five. I would recommend that he not hire, you to, and so, it's 7.
I'm not sure what you do with that. That's what I said about it. All right, dinner, I'm in, look to her, one person, we probably through down. And I don't think it's good. I think this was the billing. And that way, let's say,
Yeah, I was,
well, I still want this to really fit out. There's anything, all of our business in the area, I think, it's going to be, people like to talk about the film with it. Yeah, sorry. You have, yeah, like the thing, you get the front door out on the left, down this way. But I do the last house. Yeah. Yeah, and there's that one, yes, and right up there. That,
It's 71 West Wood Street.
either, I got a little bit of notice,
one thing I thought about was, 34 inch, talks about basically feet, or whatever it was saying in the lab. So you need to be finding the $5. 5 feet on. Would it be just down the back of the scale of that, or like it becomes
What did it put the time that you want?
yeah. Yeah, so like if I would, why do I do the flowers? How wide is it?
You know, that's a, what? Or if it's big,
Makes range, but you can actually decide if you, okay. So if I write a, through our citation system, if I write an ordinance, we can figure it out to add. How we're really bypassing the court system, have the town just made it right, not show up. When I go to say this a, I tell the state, that just for instance, and not do it for the violation. And with grass and the agency I work at, for saying, and then would be basically site the scale. Right, yeah, basically site.
Sure, that's but. For maybe when you had there, the chicken or, it said first time, that's it. Presumption, sanitation. Settings.
Yeah, and if we just have a set amount on, and we know what you can't cite for it.
With the group.
Have you not having the ordinances like, at the house next door? The leak needs to be mowed. I thought that we had in our ordinances that it's $50 a time. I thought that too.
Well, that may be important, services, the town goes out, you know, and that's key is opposed to.
Oh, okay, right.
It's
Somebody to go all that yard.
assessed, right?
It's totally, and then, I mean, there's nothing really, can really, or cite them down. So there's not even a monetary one for the long.
Is there anything we can deal with?
Huh? We have to set it where we need,
Like strict medical, good law?
we don't buy those boxes set,
I see now why it is. You want to-
No, one tap work is fine.
In order to buy that's one that possibly. That's expansion.
The farmhouse that I was talking about, when she's got such nice property and we got hooked beside it. The people that were living there have moved out. Is the person that owns the house that leases it out, are they not responsible?
They're the stuff.
Not with renter, the
No,
whole.
the owner, because nobody's living in it now, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Bring the backpack over there. The executive meeting for the time.
About Langford, yeah.
You just don't want, I don't want to influence because.
Did you,
Somebody else can get where.
Jacob, you work every day, work all days?
How about Tuesday?
Okay.
Right. You're available at 5? Any day at over?
I can't do it more. How about Tuesday, what or not?
Will be really tough for me.
Tuesday, June 9th?
Therapy, it's just like now, I just walk.
How about Tuesday's the best, how about you?
Okay, let's do Tuesday, June 9th. At 5. Tuesday, June 9th.
Any, yeah.
Yeah,
5 p.m.
yeah, 5.
Certainly, thank you.
What day?
June 9th, Tuesday, June 9th, 5 p.m.
Monday.
For some of them, Just don't make it, yeah.
They're in the world, Sunday, last Sunday, they did one on Sunday. And when,
Motion to find out next, will be official next meeting.
let's say they go out, well,
Marshall Ted, will be.
That's right, that's what I expected. Well, we're gonna
Can't
be,
decide.
in who we want to do.
Yeah, can't take it.
No, and we'll interview with them, we're having, or then you elaborate and discuss. We can't decide, but you have to kind of know.
Can't tell you, it's last.
So it is a, the next town,
Last week, that's.
No.
the next town is out, yeah. You should be able to say this, our recommendations, we are, partial and $60,000.
No. No.
Like I said,
I'm on the local, then.
I have a question for you again, sorry, and back then, well, I noticed here a couple of months ago, Jim bought some cages for animals. Do they have to be a specific type of cage?
On the basis,
Well, that's what I thought.
I mean, hardly, you buy it up school, if it was in the long term.
Well, I've got.
Football, but I don't think
That
there's,
was the path.
yeah, we're not bound by
No,
it. It's statute.
There's no stash.
Yes.
Okay, the Steve told me that they're told that there was some certain specifications that be
That's happened.
that I've got.
Yeah. Supposed to be just specifically designed and rare attention. It'll be trying to work that part.
Yeah. Really a couple of different sizes of, put a shepherd in, I run through our front.
I have a problem, but
well, what would you think, cages suited for a chihuahua? Yeah,
They just for the big,
make a
do they get to have those?
down claims 5/1 through 5/17, total of $24,472.36. And water and wastewater claims 5/1 through 5/12 for $12,833.68.
That's a new one?
Yeah, no, that's 100, the new one's in here. It's to be $24,893 for
Again, it's, she gave me what's going on, right?
I have that with you.
Well, for the file.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, just like I said, federal claims 5/1 through 5/18 for $24,893.36. And water and wastewater claims 5/1 through 5/13 for $13,023.68. All fair to say aye? We start signing. That was the motion with the Jersey meeting. All fair to say aye?
Okay. We, I think that I asked to do that.